All right, gang. Well, let's. What time is it? Yeah, I'm gonna get fired up here and just do the best I can with what Sam told me about Ormia and her reactions. So again, she's running alongside the keep, and just as she passes the keep, that giant tree just uproots itself. Well, it's like a 30, 40-foot tree compared to the rest of the trees in this area. They're upwards of 100 feet tall. I guess it's not that giant, but it's animated, so makes it feel a little bulkier and scarier than normal. Has confronted Ormia, asking what evil item or magic she has on her. And I guess I'm going to pick it up there. Now, just to get a rough idea again, Ormia ran up, but there were, I think, 2 other people that ran with her. I think Kaylin, and was it Emericina?
Yeah, I was like right behind her.
Okay. Just so I don't start off with, me on both player and DM side, do you want to add anything? What's your reaction? What do you want to do as you see this happen?
As I'm running behind her, I'm gonna like stop and be like, what is going on? Because I've heard stories of, trees coming alive and stuff like that, and, this, that, and the other thing during the wars and stuff. So it's just like, but to actually see it, I'm just like confused, but like surprised and kind of like, oh my gosh, weirdly.
Okay.
Terrified and excited at the same time.
Perfect.
But I'm just gonna stop dead in my tracks and be like, what?
Okay, neat. It does take a minute to try and focus as the hour, this time in the evening.
Trying to register what's going on because it's happened so suddenly.
Right, yeah. Creak, boom. Booming voice. And it's kind of dark. It's twilight turning into nighttime now, so just to help set that scene a little bit. So it turns and says that to Ormia, who also stops dead in her tracks. Comes to a skidding halt as she was booking it just prior. And doesn't respond initially. Just has the compass out in front of her. I think it dried up. I can't remember. But she has a compass, and the creature once again asks, looking now at Ormia and Emericina and Kaylin, what evil have you brought to these lands? Has sort of the wooden creak of its mouth moving added to the voice. Ormia pauses and reluctantly answers, it's a means to an end. It's not being used for anything evil. I have someone I need to find, and this is leading the way. The tree takes one full step closer, shakes the ground. You hear a lot of branches rustling around you without much wind. Just the rustle of branches as it takes a step closer. You have no right to be here. And creaks back a little bit. It leans forward and just yells, "Leave!" really as loud as it can. What do you, Emericina, what do you want to do? And anyone else, if you guys have caught up or gotten closer?
Yeah, I want to leave. Gummy bear!
Oh, how cute! Okay, well, Ormia's in agreement. You see her sort of...
I wish she was here because, I think her reaction would be, awesome.
Yeah.
It's just let's just get out of here. We do not want to be here as much as, we just don't. Let's just keep going before this thing stomps us or something.
Nice. Yeah, she turns and starts to run past you back towards, the front of the keep.
I'm right behind her. I'm just...
Okay. Let's see. So where are you, Felix and Emil, currently, do you think?
I think we're probably wherever Ormia left us, right? She kind of ran off, and we just...
Yeah.
Kind of hanging out with Astrid.
Okay. All right. You guys are pretty far away then. You're on the front of like that courtyard, the opening in front of the keep. And that's probably a good 80 feet from you on the edge of the forest. 80 feet of clearing to the keep, and then maybe like 40, 50 feet depth to the keep. So you probably didn't hear much. Maybe some of the booming and the loud bark of leave as you see Ormia sort of coming back around the front of the keep, running towards you guys. Em, are you following? Kaylin's following, I think, for sure. Are you bolting?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the back and follow from the back and make sure he's not stalking us or something, because
Okay.
I think we pretty much are making a beeline for where we were.
Nate. All right, I'm gonna need to go into Felix
Felix is
again.
probably just telling the story, something to the lines of, and I kicked down the door of the guardhouse, dragging Morik with me, and that's how we kicked the goblins out of Bridgeport.
That is perfect.
What was in that stew the other day? You know, where I went back to what's going on, and I'm talking about food and listening to the story. And
Awesome.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, that was a vegetable stew, and yeah, just local root vegetables.
nice, it was good.
Thank you.
You hear
As soon as we start running back up, be like, guys, we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. Like, there's...
You start yelling as you're crossing that open space, and about halfway through, as you're yelling this to them, so you all hear her say that. Emercina, Ormia, and Kaylin are gonna have to make, I think, what would those be? Dexterity saving throws.
Let's see if I trip.
Save dexterity.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I tripped.
Ooh, Kaylin wasn't much better. Okay, well, let's see what Ormia does. That's one of her skills, I think. Dexterity.
You think as an elf I'd be a little more... you know.
Nimble? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like falling all over the
And you do. You're saying that, God, we've got to get a... And you face plant as vines in
It's
this...
like real life. See, I roll a 5.
Boom. Vines through this area have tripped you. And Kaylin falls down shortly behind. You face plant. Kaylin falls to her knee. Ormia just dots around you guys.
We're just come up in a big pile.
Yeah. So what do, reaction-wise, Felix and Emil seeing this, what would you like to do, hearing and seeing this?
We're out in the open, right? There is really good cover. Because Emil would try and hide if there's a place to hide.
Yeah, you're on the edge of the forest. Like, there's a line of trees that you could step behind if you wanted to hide easily.
Yep. Hide's my first instinct.
Okay. And you don't even need to roll. It's dark, and these trees are big, so you're able to find a slide into shadows. Felix?
can we estimate the distance, roughly?
Between you and Emercina and Kaylin, you're looking at about 50 feet. They're in about the middle of the clearing.
Okay. I'll throw Astrid a look and just dash towards them.
Okay.
I'll use my movement and then also the dash action to get up there.
Okay, you start bolting. Astrid does as well. Let's see. What had happened first? Actually, if you would just roll initiative, it's not for battle. It's actually just to check something else out. Okay. And I'll have Astrid do the same here. So many character sheets. Maybe I should have done. Alright, her initiative. 16. Okay. And what's your dex score, Felix? Because you tied.
+0.
Oh, okay. So that makes it easy. Thank you. You guys are running again. Astrid follows suit. You through the moderate darkness, you run out to help Kaylin and Emerson up. Ormia at this point recognizes that she was in fright mode and flight, but pauses, seeing you two run out to turn around and try and help up comrades. As she turns around, and just before you arrive, Felix, part of the viney ground pulls up off the ground and stands upright. And if I can share the image out here, I should probably start sharing some of these out early.
Oh, viners.
Hopefully that won't take long. Make it. Just want to share it out for chat here too. This blank. No pain. Here we go. All right, good. Open back up, Fantasy Grounds. Shame on you. Oh, did it seriously close my second Fantasy Grounds? Okay then. While I boot other Fantasy Grounds back up, you see this the vines start to sort of peel away and reveal this figure that kind of takes a step out, almost shedding the vines behind her. Very stoic, very calmly assessing everyone on the ground. She's standing about 5 feet in front of your downed compatriots, and then looks over to you, Felix, about 5 feet away, on the opposite side of her, and Astrid trying to catch up. But if you guys have any reactions you want to do first, go right ahead.
I'm gonna stand up on my feet from pace planning. I'm gonna stand up real quick and then be like, "Who are you?"
Okay.
Like we are not here to harm anybody. Like, hi, who are you?
She turns, looks down to you. This land is very dangerous for those that do not hold permission to be here. Why have you come?
My friend wants to find somebody.
Looks around at the party. You must be fairly skilled to have made it this far in without being detected. How did you arrive here?
Through magical means. We didn't realize that we needed permission to be here.
You see the Treant walking from around the keep. She just sort of holds her hand back and it stops the front corner of the keep. Very well. Well, I do not know what you need or seek here, but I offer you a choice between diplomacy or destruction. Sorry, let me get, this is Sam calling in. I'm just going to get her on the call. Hey Sam, I think that accepted it.
I made it.
Yay!
No prob.
Sorry, I was listening to the first bit.
Okay.
And Fantasy Grounds is coming up, so
Okay.
it's just going kind of slow.
Yeah, it's being extra wonky tonight. So basically, It yelled at you guys to leave, like it gave a second bark. So you and Emersina spun, ran. You passed your deck saving throw, so the vines in the clearing didn't trip you up, but Emersina and Kaylin did not, and they fell. Then a large bundle of the vines started rising in a mound and then stood upright. And this woman should just say unidentified. Let me share it back out to you.
I just saw it, yeah.
Okay, good. Right, there you go, Chandler.
Right, and I have my new character sheet, Dan. I don't think we haven't done anything in Fantasy Grounds, have we?
No, I set the whole thing up anew.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. I haven't printed it out yet because my printer is stupid, but all right. Cool.
No worries.
Cool. Thank you.
No problem.
And her most valuable DM.
Yeah. Gold star.
Yay. Oops, I want this one.
Also, as we were running,
Yes.
since we were all kind of running in a panic, I slipped the compass back into my pouch.
Okay. Okay,
Just
gotcha.
like as a, instead of being holding it, just like, oh shoot, put it away, run.
Okay, neat. So you've got that back in your person. So this creature basically just said, it's a dangerous place to be if you don't have permission to be here. And M said, well, look, we're just looking for something for our friend. She says, well, I'm not sure what you're looking for, but let me give you an option between diplomacy and destruction. And that's, if I can pull up my notes here again.
I want to ask what diplomacy entails.
Well, there is... welcome to stay here and test our valor. Or, the diplomatic route. There is one in the city nearby that saw to the very building of this keep over a century and a half ago. Seek an audience with her, and with her sanction, we'll grant you safe passage through this land.
Who was this person?
You need to seek out Scarlet Shuffletrot.
Scarlet?
Now, Ormia, let me get your camera up here. You don't recognize the Scarlet part of that so much. Oops. It's Melissa again. Everything's coming up, Melissa. All right, let me fix that. All right, there we go. You don't recognize the Scarlet aspect, but you do recognize Shuffletrot as a member of the council in Zambora. She's super high ranking. There's like 3 people on the council that oversee everything in Zambora, and she's one of them.
Alright.
And
Cool.
I'll give you a little more pertinent info. As things settle, you'll probably have a clearer mindset to recall some of the other information about her.
Okay.
What direction do we need to go to get to the city?
She puts her hand, she's got a katana at her side. Again, she, as you can see in the picture a bit there, she's humanoid, but very, has bark-like skin, leaves almost for hair. And it looks like a bouquin, like a wooden katana at her side. But as she unsheathes it and points it in a northwesterly direction, you can see it's a very fine, sharp metal-type blade. Not a shiny metal, a dull one that you haven't really seen before. But she points upward. You seek the city of Zambora. And then puts her sword back in its sheath.
Since we're already here, would we be able to go through the forest to Zambora safely?
We will guarantee you safe passage from here to the main road. We will see to your safety.
Thank you. Do I know any stories about this forest that are like, is this like a normal, like well-known thing? Or what?
You've heard of this as a scary place. Almost ghost stories that come from here. People that go missing, people that, are dared to go out here and then come back frightened and accidents, a number of things where a lot of people just simply don't return.
So it's just like scary stories to tell your kids to make them good.
Yeah, I mean, there's truth to it. So it makes it a little scarier. But yeah, essentially, nothing concrete or factual. Just people go there, they don't come back, or they come back scared crapless.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. And I'm gonna kind of catch my breath and get my bearings and head for the main road.
He leans back and waves to the Treant that comes up, strides beside her, and kind of towers over you all and looks down at you as it passes and walks out towards the west. Follow him. He'll see you to the main road.
Okay.
Okay. Can I kind of want to set her aside, like as everybody is kind of leaving and going with the Treant and the main road and stuff. I want to ask her some questions about the war and stuff like that. Like, were they a part of? Because I've heard stories of, from my father and everything, and but I've never seen any of this in real life, so I'm kind of curious. Would I
Yeah, go
do
ahead.
a history check or?
I mean, you can just open a dialogue with her as everyone starts to, turn and head following the Treant. What do you want to start off saying to her?
Well, I want to ask her if they were a part of the war.
Which war do you speak of, dear? You don't have to say the name. You can just say.
Yeah, like I don't remember off the top of my head, but like I'm sure my character would remember. So.
I've heard of this. I did not take part, but it is not unheard of that the very essence of large forests come to life and aid in repelling invaders that would endanger it. Bringing Treants to life, other Dryads such as myself, taking charge.
My father spoke of Dryads and Treants and defending the forest and everything when the war was going on, but I had never seen before.
You see her sort of relax a little tension in her shoulders. You also defend nature.
They do.
And not many that see fit to do so these days. Well, I honor your father then.
I thank you for the safe passage.
She takes her hand off the hilt of her sword and extends it to you. My name is Azalea. It's a pleasure.
I'm Emersina.
Aye.
The honor is all mine.
Safe
At
travels.
this moment, Emil walks up because he'd been hiding and says, "Hi, who's your friend?"
You see her get a little tension back.
Sorry, was I interrupting something?
I'll fill you in a few minutes. I just want to say my goodbyes.
All right, and then Emil wanders off following the others.
Safe travels, she says to the two of you.
Thank you.
And turns and sort of does like that thing where you walk down behind a couch, except she just does it into the brush and disappears after a few steps.
I'm internally going, this is so cool!
Neat.
And then I'm going to turn around and walk and follow everybody else and
Okay.
like fill a meal in and talk about it and stuff. So
All right. You guys fall as it gets darker. It takes about an hour or so to get out to the main road. And it's getting darker and darker, and you're just following this lumbering Treant. You see some trees sort of wave and warp out of its way as it walks past, and then they return to their normal static state.
like, how is nothing disturbed? It's so loud.
Before finally, about 100 yards or so away, the Treant stops and turns to the side and digs its feet down into the ground and points a right arm, essentially the long branch, off to the roadside. And it's kind of hard to read its facial expressions, but it still looks sort of like a grimace. And just points out that way and slowly shifts back into just a normal tree in appearance.
I'm gonna kind of be like, thank you, and just like wave and cautiously walk away.
Neat. All right.
Felix pats the side of the tree trunk as he walks past.
Hear sort of a groan from the branches, the tree.
How dare you touch me?
Or maybe it really liked that. You're unable to tell. So, Ormia, just a little more, like, as things have calmed down, you've had a little more time to think. There's some history on Scarlet Shuffletrot that's that everyone sort of knows. Firstly, she helped save the continent of Ephron from the rise of Asmodeus, she and her adventuring party. So she has sort of a lot of renown. She did that. She was part of the face-to-face battle with a bad paladin that caused the Reckoning, which is a huge blot of scorched earth on the main map. And she also helped bring Zambora into a new age of peace and stability and arcane wonders. She brought forth a lot of magic, additional magic to Zambora. It's sort of at the forefront of that. After her appointment to the council, she was also born and raised in Zambora. Those are just things, you're like, right, okay, right, she's that person. Okay. And you also know the rest of the way. You hit the main road. It's about still another 3-hour walk from here. But it's a main road, and there's enough travel to and from Zambora that every so often, wagon will go past. Sometimes leaving Zambora, sometimes heading up there, in case you guys want to try and hitch a ride. But otherwise, you're looking about 3 hours to get to Zambora.
And it's past sundown already?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Like, I think we should either make camp or see if we can catch a wagon into the city.
It's a nice night for a walk. We can keep going.
Yeah, I agree.
It is pretty refreshing.
Emil will light his hooded lantern and carry it with his mage hand.
Oh, that is so cool. Okay.
Nice. Cool move.
That's a new trick. I guess I'll flag down the nearest wagon then, or the next wagon that's heading towards the city that looks like it'll fit all of us.
Okay. Or are you guys walking? Were you going to walk? Is that... Well, we'll say a wagon pulls up, and
I think we'll walk until we see one, because I'm assuming that there's still traffic, but not very much. So we'll just walk until someone comes up.
Yeah. You get about, a good 2 hours worth of it on foot. You guys are pretty hardy adventurers at this point with walking. So But still on the uneven dirt road with some stones mixed in there, does, feet start to ache a little bit as a small caravan of wagons pulls up, 3 wagons that have a little bit of room and recognize you as nobility, Ormia. And one of them is a guard for Zambora. And Felix, he recognizes your city watch rank, on your uniform that comes with that. And, gives his approval and salute, and also offers to give you guys a ride if you want it.
Sure, I don't think we can go wrong.
Appreciate that. I'm rather anxious to get home.
It's fairly quiet on the rest of the ride, aside from the creepy sounds from the forest every so often. A little hypersensitive to forest sounds tonight. Different creatures howling and such. Before you guys reach Zambora, here on the map, again, you'll be sort of familiar with the whole area, Ormia. But just to sort of break down this map, there's a large wall around Zambora, the city of Zambora. At the bottom, where there's an arch, that's the outside of the city. There's supposed to be dirt over the bridge. And outside, there's a bunch of small shops that have set up, that are set up to do business for travelers and adventurers and things like that, as well as a couple tents, medium to small size shops out there for adventuring gear, a lot of supplies for businesses that do shipping in and out of here. Before the main gate to Zambora, that has 2 massive doors. Both of them are shut and guarded on either side. Ormia, on the inside of the city, it's a little different than a lot of cities because there's a lot of arcane technology sort of here. And while there is a difference between the wealthy class and the lower class, it's not as wide a gap as most cities see. It's somewhat balanced. The eastern side of the city is a little more low income than the western side. The very northern part there, that's a rock cliff that's, I think it was 200 feet tall. I'll have to look at it. It's 200 or 300 feet high. And at a training area up there, probably right up Astrid and maybe Felix's alley, you have to climb that in order to get up there. There's no stairs. There's nothing else. You have to scale it to get up there and do any of the training up there. That's like test number 1 to be able to get admittance up there, gain admittance. In the very center, this blue dome is just that. It's this massive, several hundred foot high, blue glowing dome of arcane energy. Ormia, that it's actually every so often they have to stop it for repair or stop it to recharge. It's like a huge gyroscope that goes down into the ground beneath it too. And it's these, 3 rings that have these arcane runes inscribed in the sides. And it's a sight to see when they start it back up and the arcane energy starts to hum and crackle off the runes, and it picks up enough speed to become just this luminescent dome over the center of the city. Highly guarded in there. Even when it stops, it never shows what's actually in there. There's spell work at play. And you've never had access there. It's like top secret magey stuff. Okay, so you guys arrive. You cross the bridge, and you're at the city gates here. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna head home.
Nice. You know the drill. You have essentially papers that show that you live there. Aside from your nobility stuff, you just have an ID basically for Zambora. Everyone else is tasked, as you approach the guards, one of them sees you and, yes, milady, welcome back. While the other guards hold up a hand to everyone else.
I'll wait for everyone.
Are you citizens or do you have a pass?
They're traveling with me.
Yes, milady. Please, all we'll need is your identification, names and the like, and we will get you a pass. Should a week be sufficient, milady?
Let's say 3, just to be on the safe side.
Yes, milady. He looks a little reluctant to do that, but being nobility, he goes ahead with it.
And I'll give him the like a courtesy tip.
Okay.
I can't brain right now.
Oh,
You know what I mean, right? It's not a bribe.
gratuity?
But it's like
Yeah.
yeah, thank you.
Okay,
Thank
yeah.
you. That word. Yeah,
Oh,
I'll slide him 2 gold for his trouble.
Oh, thank you, milady. Thank you. It's quite a bit for him when he gets paid. He puts that and kind of looks around to see if the other guards notice. And just takes basic info. Is everyone giving their legit names, or is anyone giving any false information?
That's a good question. I think I'm going to give false information.
Okay.
Dan, do they ask for a place of origin or just our names?
They ask for names, birthplace, and reason for visiting.
Yeah. I'm going to put down my actual name, but put down that I'm from Ren.
Okay. Neat. And Emil, yours is just completely fabricated?
I will actually use Emil, but the last name and the place of birth. I might even go with Metz as my place of birth since I have some familiarity with it now.
Okay. All right. Very well.
I don't want to use my whole name, so I'm just gonna put M and then my birthplace.
Okay.
So.
Nice. Excuse me. All right, and I'll check in with everyone else after. All right, so you guys get these little passes that are in this leather pouch with not plastic, but a clear type material in front that you can almost wear on a lanyard, and you can show when requested. Con badges. And you guys are allowed in. Ormia, you live near the center of the city, just south of this huge dome. And a fairly, elaborate estate. You guys get to see as you approach Ormia's home. It is indeed a mansion and a half. It has all the different wings, a number of libraries, you name it. It has it. Built-in bathhouses, one for each floor. And this a large balcony on the back that overlooks, this dome and the starry night above. But as you approach, go ahead and do, if you have anything you want to do as you approach this homestead. Go ahead.
I am fully relaxed for the first time, I think, since any of them have met me. Just like completely happy for once. Still worried, but like, I'm home. I came back.
I think Emil's kind of scowling at the opulence of the house.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of quiet and looking around, be like, Not really saying anything.
And I'll just be like pointing things out about the city, like, oh look, that's where I went to my primary school, and this is where I got my first sword, and father's smithy is over there, and we have everything for everyone, and a couple of my friends live down that way, and all that fun stuff.
Cool. All right. Anything from Felix, or are you just sort of going with the flow?
Just tag along for the ride right now.
Okay. So you're all given suitable, I mean, more than suitable accommodations. So you each have a room that's this, the size of a luxurious inn room, if not a homestead. There's a bath in each room, a tub in each room, a number of servants that are there to wait on your needs, offering you anything and everything as you find your rooms for the night. It's probably about about midnight.
The thing is, the house is large, but it's not gaudy. Like, we don't show off that we're well off. It's big, and we house a lot of people because there's me and all my brothers, and then we house quite a few servants. We house apprentices to my father and stuff like that. So we're not like showing off. It's just big.
Sweet. All right. So y'all have good night's rest, unless there's anything else you want to do. Okay.
I'm gonna go find my parents and inform them, tell them what I found out. I'm not gonna tell them about the compass, but I'm gonna tell them I want to go see to that one lady where did my notes go? That's not the right notes. The one lady who I've a longhorn.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go speak with her. I'm going to ask them what they know about her, more so what they know about her, and then if my brothers are still awake, I'm going to go say hi.
Okay.
Do you have a safe spot, Ormia, for putting the compass to where nobody can find it or something? Like, is there a safe? And
yeah, my father has a magically guarded chest in his smithy, where a lot of his more expensive pieces are kept, so
okay.
I'll put it there. And it is empty. And remind me, Dan, as a player, did the compass, it just has to be any blood of the unwilling? It was only Rhinewind that first time?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good to know.
Bum, bum, bum. All right. Yes. Well, you do find some of your brothers awake, and you're able to catch up a little bit. You safely store away the compass, and at some point, you're finally able to crash in your own bed, things just as you left them. And everyone is able to get a really comfortable, really good night's sleep. And it's up to you if you want to just do your trance or if you actually want to sleep, Ormia.
I'm going to actually sleep.
Neat. Good. You get into bed and you crash. All right. So y'all wake up in the morning to food already being brought, in the hallway. Knock, knock, knock. Breakfast in bed, basically, to anyone that wants it. You guys all fire up your day, and how do you want to tackle the day?
I want to find Scarlet.
Yeah, we'll go find Scarlet, and then I think I want to go find Iva Longhorn, or at least, let's see, because she's. Remind me, I don't have too many notes on her.
Okay.
Tell me a little bit more about her, because you mentioned I've gone to a few of her little gatherings before.
She's
like, is she like a human? Does she have children my age? Or is she
she-
my age or whatever?
Yeah, she, I believe she was a human. She does have a couple children your age. She has a son your age that was sort of an a-hole all through school. Really snobby and spoiled and the like. And she's really quite a bit of a snob, too. Very much looks down her nose at others that aren't as wealthy or as influential as she is. She has her hands in a lot of different businesses. And therefore makes quite a bit of money. She's seen among many as this entrepreneurial, major player in that world. Just a genius, entrepreneurial genius. But among some other people, you do hear whispers that she has some shady connections and underhanded dealings that have gotten her where she is and that keep her in that position.
Okay. All right. I believe it's going to be easier to go see her than it will be to go see Scarlet. But let's go see Scarlet first because she's nicer, at least from what I've heard. I haven't actually met her.
You maybe seen her
Yeah,
sometimes,
maybe
but I haven't met her, no.
from a distance. Like, oh, it's like the Princess of Wales. So
Okay.
I guess we'll go there first to wherever the council would meet.
Okay. There is a large chamber almost near your house, just a few blocks away, where it's a grand hall where a lot of the members of the government here in Zambora meet and pass laws and discuss political matters, and a good place as any in Zambora to see where you can find her.
Okay. I guess I'll just head in. Looks
Sure.
like
It's
I
free to walk around. Yeah, you know that people can go in and walk the halls if they want. They have a very open system there, too, so you can sit down and watch and be a part of the legislation. Members of the community can say their piece if and when they want to or need to. So you lead everybody to this great hall, and you want to just look around, or what do you want to look for? You've entered the grand hall here. Very hustle-bustle pace here.
I kind of want to just listen around and see what sort of things are being talked about and discussed today as we're going around looking for Scarlet.
Okay.
Just kind of listen in.
All right. How about everyone else? Are you guys just sort of, following suit and taking Ormia's lead?
Yeah.
Okay. So while some of you, still stand out a bit, I'm thinking namely Rhinewind and Astrid. People still seem to be tolerant of things like that. They're not like, triple taking or anything. They're letting y'all go about your business uninterrupted. It's a lot of mundane stuff going on in the different courtrooms and such. Very tedious little bits of city code and the sale and purchasing of real estate is, we need to change this. 82.6b needs to be, it's a lot of mundane baloney. You do come across... near one of the larger courtrooms where these things are discussed is a small sitting room just outside. And are you sort of just going around by sight looking, or are you asking people as you go through where?
After doing kind of like if I haven't... Yeah, I'll kind of ask, just be like, "Hey, is Scarlet Shuffletrot here? Is Council Member Shuffletrot here today?"
Yes, Lady Shuffletrot, I believe was in Hall A, Room 1. They should be dismissing soon.
All right, thank you.
Most certainly.
I'll head down there and just kind of,
Okay.
just keep an eye and ear out, just out of curiosity.
All right. You find, again, in that large room with the waiting room off the side, you see maybe 2 or 3 people sitting in there, one of which is sitting on a chair with her, legs dangling down. She's a halfling. And you see what you think might be her. There's sort of a paper up in front of her face, but this is the place. And she's the only one that's halfling size. Legs just sort of kicking playfully.
I'll just like, I'll look in, just kind of try to see if it is actually her.
You lean around the newspaper across the room.
Just kind of like, what? It's like, is this really you? If not, I'm not going to embarrass myself further.
Nice. You look around and you see the bright red hair of one council member of Shuffletrot.
It's so fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
Camera.
You're so fuzzy, Dan.
Your camera.
Did that do it? I don't have the other camera
Yeah.
pulled up. Yeah? Okay, good. Thanks. So you look sort of around the newspaper and you do see that the bright red hair and the halfling face of one council member, Shuffletrot.
Okay. Okay.
Awkward.
This is just like okay. All right. Building up the courage. Okay. Does anybody else want to talk to her, or does it have to be me? It probably has to be me, yeah. Okay. I'll just kind of walk in and just clear my throat a little. Council member?
Yes.
That was fantastic.
How may I help you?
Might I have a couple moments of your time?
Certainly. What can I help you with?
I'm gonna kind of go just gingerly sit by her real life idol. Okay. Council member. My name is Ormia. I'm of the Unreal family, and on my travels, I ran across this the keep outside the city.
Yes. She looks around a bit.
And the beings that live nearby.
Yes, just may we have the room, please? She says to some of the other people in the office. Yeah, yes, and they murmur and leave. Close the door behind you, please, if you would. Thank you. And the door shuts. Yes.
I apologize. I didn't know it was a sensitive subject.
No. It's quite all right. Is all well at the keep?
Yes. There was nothing I could see amiss. However, I have need to go into the forest. My companions here and I. There is a person I need to find who I believe was taken there. And we were stopped by a Treant and what was the other being? The woman?
Dryad?
A Dryad, yeah. We were stopped by them and told if we could get your permission, we would be able to travel safely through.
I hope they weren't too tough on you.
No.
Good. I know how they can be. Well, this is fortuitous, actually. There is something a bit amiss at the keep, but not something I am able to manage. She kind of looks up, a little bit like losing herself in memory. That keep holds many fond memories. A young family of adventurers making our way in the world. We designed that keep, you know. It was our peaceful place, our home where we found respite between battles and heavy decisions we had to make. One of our number even called it his home after, well, let's just say he was greatly weakened and could no longer travel with us. He stayed in the keep as we went out in the world and fought for good and justice. He was always working on his alchemy station and always there when we returned. He was as much a part of the keep as the very foundation it was built on. He passed away over a century later or so, and in his sleep, though, inside the walls and beneath the roof of that keep that kept us all warm and safe and sound all those years. But it's come to my attention that something menacing may have taken up residence in our keep and warded the local community, let's say, from entering.
I have heard stories about that place since I was young.
Yes. Most of it is our friends there, the ones that you met. They have no tolerance for evil, and those that tread on the land don't often make it out unless they're good of heart and good nature. But that keep means so much to me. It truly does. It's all I have left to remember many of my comrades by, and pats her chest, and from her vest she pulls out a small item and holds it out. You look like trustworthy folks. Here's the key. Please find whatever filth has desecrated our keep and promptly remove it. Or kick it out for the locals to deal with. And I'll give you my permission to traverse my land freely. And
I am one of the locals, councilwoman.
Yes. I see. Well, one of the locals in the forest. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Our forest friends, yes. But do so, and I will give you my permission to traverse the land freely, and I'll grant you any assistance you need with whatever or whomever you're looking for out there.
All right. I'll look to the others. Will you all assist me?
Do we have safe passage from here back to the keep?
Wear the key around your neck, and I will send word to Azalea and let her know to tentatively allow you passage to the keep.
Do you know anything of what has taken up residence there? My search is rather urgent.
I see.
It's a rather pressing matter.
I am afraid I don't. While the keep and property is in my name, I have not had the time to go out, and whatever's in there has not bothered Azalea and the inhabitants of the woods. And since none of them can get in, I haven't been concerned about any of them getting hurt by entering. I'm sorry, I just don't know.
Could anyone have entered or passed through the forest without their knowledge?
Without their knowledge, no, but it's possible to enter and leave before getting their attention. Difficult.
Would you say that it is possible from someone from the Black Salamanders to do that?
That bunch. Been trying to root them up for quite a while. Entirely possible. They are rather skilled. Mercenaries and the like. Smugglers. I suppose if anyone locally could have done so, it would be them. Have they been on my property?
I did not see them myself. I was informed by another source that someone witnessed the person I am looking for taken into these, past the keep into these woods. And I'm not entirely certain that they are from that group, but my informant mentioned a possibility.
You hear almost a growl from her throat.
Ooh.
And like a little shine to her eyes. And for a moment, there's like this oppressive, intense, from this little tiny halfling sensation that sort of fills the room. Well, I'll have to see what I can do about them then. It's entirely possible. Yes.
All right.
There's a great power on the land, which is guarded by those native to the land. And so this is not only a request for aid, but also attests to test your mettle and your hearts. I cannot trust lightly the permission to traverse the land.
Ormia is doing her very best to not like even think about the compass. just kind of like to the end point. She's thinking about that and trying not to let anything show.
Okay.
All right. We will do this. I look to everyone. We will do this. All right.
Wonderful. Here you are then. She holds the key out to
I'll take it.
Okay.
Very carefully, just kind of like.
There's already a bit of a chain, like a necklace type chain around it. Good. Well, you're welcome to find me here once you've completed the task, or seek me out at my residence.
Okay, sure, we can do that.
She's this tiny halfling, but you can feel she's very powerful. You know, not just from the stories you hear, but just from the presence you can feel. Anyone that has Arcana as a proficiency can feel magic emanating from her. Not wizardly magic, it's bardic type magic. She has at her side, as she went, patted her vest to pull her key out, a tambourine, still hooked to the side of her belt. It is sort of, there is an impression made when you're in the same room with her. You get, okay, the stories are true. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. I feel kind of connection with her now.
Awesome.
Not much of one, but just like a little bit like, oh, okay. That's cool.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay.
I should probably get back to work, but it's been a pleasure.
Yes, I so much so it has been. I've admired you for a very, very long time.
You're too kind.
I'll put the key around my neck and just kind of turn to leave and look at the others and go, but without the sound.
Please leave the door open. Pulls up her paper and goes back to reading. As she picks it up, you see it's like the funny section.
New favorite NPC.
All right, you guys are back out in the hall. What would you like to tackle next? Or roleplay, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I know you said 3 weeks, but
I didn't know. Yeah, just better to,
better safe than sorry. And
yeah. Hopefully this shouldn't take long, though it depends on what stories and what elements of the stories that are around that keep are true. I'm just so excited I met her. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm just so excited I met her. Okay.
So is it morning or is it like noon at this point?
It's getting close to lunch. Yeah, we'll say it's, like 11:30. Hey, thanks for the follow. Woo. Thank you for the follow.
I'm let's see.
I think we should eat some food and see if we want to go ahead and try to
Do that first.
Yeah. Or did you want to go to the other person that you were talking about?
I would like to go to the other person first. Don't know if I'll be able to see her. I might have to go to her son. Oh, he's such a jerk. Yeah, she's probably busy. I'll find a messenger in the town hall and just kind of ask them to go see if I could have a meeting with Iva, or to see if I can have a meeting with her, or later in the day.
Yes, ma'am. I'll deliver the message. Where should I return to? Here or your residence?
To the Emriel estate.
Wonderful. Oh, yes, ma'am. And he scurries off to go deliver the message.
Okay. All right, let's go eat.
All right. There's a number of tasty restaurants here. There's they have a steak, if I recall here. I'd say it's still in business. There's a steak restaurant here. There's a shop that actually serves ice cream here. It's where it was first crafted some 160, 70 years ago. Magic ice cream. They imbue it with magic for flavor. Or flavor it via magic. So there's a boatload to choose from. So I'll say you guys find a healthy spot, just what you were looking for, that you can all agree on, and you're able to fill up and have lunch. Unless you wanted to do any role play, then we can do that too. Okay. All right. So you guys fill up, full bellies. Emersina.
Down notes.
Yeah. Nice.
Ah,
neat. Meanwhile, back in Metz, your rumors have been wildly successful, Felix. The false rumors you had spread about, you guys leaving ahead of time and all that, seem to be doing just what you intended. Emersina, you know that as of yesterday morning, your brother was down in the Baggy Wrinkle Inn, down in Dauphine's Haven in the kingdom below. It's about an 11-day ride from here if you were to hop a cart. You're looking about 7.5, 8 days by cart, closer to 11 if you're walking. Just so you have an idea of where, time frame.
Yeah.
Okay, and Ormia, you know that Iva Longhorns throws her weekly galas on Fridays, and today's a Tuesday, just so you have that time frame too.
Okay, good. I was wondering about that.
Mhm.
And are there invitations sent out, or is it kind of like you have a long-standing invitation if you're part of the nobility?
Yeah, you have an initial invitation that can be rescinded later because she's super snooty.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, you personally, you and your family have a standing invitation.
Good to know. All right. Okay.
Neat.
I think once we've eaten, do we want to do a little bit of research on the keep? See if we can't find any more information than stories? Or should we just head straight there? Everyone.
Okay.
Okay, Caitlin, says I'm all for research, but I'm also okay just kind of getting this done if it's pressing.
Okay. All right.
Astrid just kind of cracks her knuckles.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll head back to the kids. Is there a place I can get a potion or two of healing first?
There's a number of adventuring shops that'll probably have your best price just outside of Zambora. In that little area just outside the wall.
Okay. All right. Because I'd like to get a couple of those.
Okay. I think they're normally...
I think everyone would like to get a couple of those. Right? Am I right or wrong in assuming that?
I don't know. Oh, hang on. The pictures froze up. What the heck? I don't know why they do this. Come on, VC. Sorry, chat. Now they're 50 gold a piece, but here they sell for 45. Oh, there we go. All right, VC decided to work again. Hey, Mac, how's it going?
Okay. 45. And those are just regular potions of healing?
Regular potions of healing, yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip on
There
that.
it is. 45. I'll get one.
Okay. Mick, they just met council person Shuffletrot in Zambora. Okay.
45 gold. This is inventory. Oh man, I have to math. Okay. 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 Cool.
All right.
You
You guys all heading down to the keep then, or you? What do you want to do?
If the messenger hasn't gotten back to me, I think I'll just head back to the keep.
Okay. Yeah, nothing yet. Alright, so she won't be here tonight. Okay. VC. There we go. All right. Well, if you guys are scooting over there, you're looking at, again, about a 3.5, 4-hour walk from Zambora down to the keep. This time, every now and then, you hear another tree sort of creak there isn't really much breeze. It has become overcast. About 2.5 hours through, it starts spitting rain, like a light sprinkle of rain. But much of it is blocked from the canopy of the forest. Before you finally reach, after about 3.5, 4 hours, the keep that you had previously encountered on your way here looks much brighter, cleaner, and less frightful during the day, even though it's still a little bit overcast. You head through the clearing and approach the front door, key around your neck. And
is there an obvious keyhole?
There is. Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to. Oops. You put the key in the keyhole. Makes a loud click, and as something unlatches within the door mechanism, the door is now ajar. You heading in?
I'm gonna peek inside first.
Okay.
Make sure nothing is there's no thing that's about to jump at us, and there's no buckets above the door or something.
All right, make a quick investigation check.
Oh boy. Oh, this is not as good.
You look in, you don't see, no bucket on the door, nothing, no clear or present danger. You do look in and see, you're going to get most of the layout here, but you're on the bottom is the first floor, and I'm not going to blot it out or anything. At the very center of this picture, at the very bottom, is where you've just swung this door open. There are some barrels and boxes in this first room, with a stairway that looks like it heads upward, and another door just across the way from this entry room. And I think that this is where we're going to take our bio break, since it's that time. Yeah. Dun dun dun. You hear an explosion. No, just kidding.
Dang it, not again.
All right, so we'll take our bio break and return really, say, 5 to 8 minutes. And we'll catch you guys then. I'll leave the audio and stuff on so we can chat while we, for anyone that comes back. All right, catch y'all in a little bit.
In a bit.
Oh, puns. Nice pun.
Yay. All right, I'm going to get... oh, okay, all right, good to know. I just checked that. All right. Get to strems. I'm touching. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's so cool. It's funny, Josh, that you're here tonight because of it's all tied back to the keep. For those, and I know you guys can't see me, but I know you can hear me. For those that don't know, Mech is Josh. He played in the last campaign that was set about 154 years in the past from where this campaign is. Yes, Azalea is a Dryad. I know, right? Silvari, she really did. I had a couple images, Dark Surgeman, that I went through initially. And I had to lean towards this one because I played Guild Wars 2, and she did sort of look like that. Yes. Gnomes definitely live long lives. Oh, so yeah, you missed the Councilperson Shuffletrot talk about her dear friend. Hang on a sec. I'll read it back to you while everyone's on bio here. Well, where was it? All right. So she was... they appeared and they were run off the property by a Treant. But they ran into Azalea the Dryad that said, like, it's really dangerous to be here if you don't have permission to be here. And she's like, look, I can't give you permission, but there's councilperson Shuffletrot in the city nearby that can. If you get her go ahead, then, then we're okay with it. Right, Dark Searchman? Nice. So they found councilperson Shuffletrot super powerful as a council member now. So she said that keep, they asked about the keep and being able to traverse the property. And so she went, as Scarlet often does, into, sort of the daydreamy mode. So that keep holds many fond memories. A young family of adventurers making our way in the world. We designed that keep, It was our peaceful place, our home where we found respite between battles and heavy decisions we had to make. One of our number even called it his home after, well, let's just say he was greatly weakened and could no longer travel with us. He stayed in the keep as we went out into the world to fight for good and justice. He was always working at his alchemy station, always there when we returned. He was as much a part of the keep as the very foundation it was built on. He passed away over a century later, in his sleep, though, inside the walls and beneath the roof of that keep that kept us all warm and safe and sound all those years. It's come to my attention, though, that something menacing has taken up residence in our keep and warded the local community, let's say, from entering. That keep means too much to me. It's all I have left to remember many of my comrades by. Here's the key. Find whatever filth has desecrated our keep and promptly remove it. Or kick it out for the locals to deal with. And I'll give you my permission to traverse my land freely and grant you any assistance you need with whatever you're looking for out there. So that was her sort of speech that tied in with Nam, supposedly. I mean, it's, based on the description. So it was great that you're here. I think it's awesome that you popped in at this time to check that out. Okay, so for realsies, I'm going to do my bio and then be right back. I got to make some coffee, and then we will get back. Oh, come back.
Okay.
Oh, my legs.
Oh boy.
reaping back in. Alright, did I forget anything? Probably.
Dan, I was just looking through my character sheet here.
Yeah.
What is it? No. Shoot. Oh, stop freezing. Abilities. What is it? Fighting style.
Yeah.
I have decided to take, what is it called? Dueling. No surprise.
Neat. Okay, good. Alright,
So
let me...
It's a wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons. You get a +2 bonus to damage rolls with that weapon.
Okay. I will add that. I'm going to put our... actually, let me go on VC, see who's back. Alright, almost everyone. Alright, I'll give it another minute with our fun. Be right back screen. Okay, thank you. Alright, let me plug that in then.
So see, it's the duelist, and then for panache, I'm still just going to be using dexterity because that's still currently higher than my charisma.
Okay.
And then the swagger moves, I can use any of those, right?
Yeah, it just...
I don't have to pick and choose.
It just, each turn... I think you get to pull from your swagger points. I think you start out... It'll say if you click on that in your ability sheet, it'll tell you how... I hope I put that in. How many you get per level. If not, I'll make sure I add that. I
get 2. I just want to be sure because, like, one of the fighter things, you have to pick which ones ones you know how to do. So I have access to all of them.
Yeah. It's just how much they cost per. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can matter. I think at level like 18, you end up with 10. Like it increases as your level increases. Every few levels, you get an additional 2. You can never use more than 3 in a single turn. I think is the only limit. Otherwise, you just get to pick. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then when you run out, you gain advantage on acrobatics or athletic checks. Woohoo!
Nice.
I like that. Okay.
And you have a pistol because we revamped it. So instead of your short bow, you've got a pistol.
Crossbow. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Yep.
And what is? Let's see. Are there rules on that in the player's handbook? On like how pistols work, or
there is in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
In the DMG?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no earthly idea what page it was on. But these don't have the reload feature.
They don't have the reload. Okay.
Yeah, not the weapons you have.
Okay.
And they don't have the explosion or the
67.
scatter shot or wherever the other stuff was.
Okay.
All right, you get a +2 to damage, right? That's what it is with
my rapier.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. You also have a scimitar, which has the same property, I think. So.
Okay. Okay. So pistol, and I have. Okay. It's. Okay, so you just said my pistol does not have the loading property, because in the DMG it does.
There's some reload thing, I think.
It's
where you have
reload. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an automatic pistol. Okay.
Yeah, it's something where you have to take a bonus action or action to reload it, and with the standard one, I figure each turn, it's sort of part of the action to stuff the powder and bullet in there. But should you find something more advanced later on, it may end up having, reload. Alright, so, M's not back.
And that is...
Dan, I'm going to jump off and maybe reboot VC to see if I can fix this.
Okay.
Do you mind inviting me again? Sorry about that.
Absolutely. No problem. That's got to be driving you nuts. Yeah, I'll call you back.
Okay.
All right. Actually, that one. There we go. Good. Okay, so we'll see what happens there. keep that open. As you're waiting outside, I'm not getting started per se, but just to add some stuff while we're waiting for Em and Ed. Seb is sort of on your shoulder, hopping a little bit anxiously. Not the most comfortable of places to be here in this forest. Anyone that is proficient in Arcana, even if it's half proficiency, you know what? I'd say, for those that are here, if you want... Oh, now my picture's on there. Just what people don't want to see. Let me just shut off Ed's till he comes back. If you want to make a perception check, just while we wait for them to come back.
Did you say perception?
Yeah. Unless you're proficient in Arcana, then it's an automatic.
I used to be half proficient in Arcana.
Oh, Emil, nice. Okay.
Oh
no!
I am too scared of this place.
Your mind is elsewhere right now, so you're not.
Just I've heard so many stories. There's Illithid here, and there was a boulder in the basement once, and I don't even know anymore.
Awesome! All the ghost stories from this place.
All the ghost stories. People come in, they leave inside out.
Nice. Emil, you can just feel there's this incredible life energy about this place. And you can see it in these massive trees and everything else, but there is a palpable life energy in the air and all around you that is feeding the overgrown forest. And even, you get sort of recharged just from being in this atmosphere. This whole woods, since you entered, once you get a few hundred yards in from the main road, you can feel it.
Cool.
All right, let's see. I think I called Ed, but I don't know. It doesn't show up. Let's see. Yep.
He may still be restarting.
There we go.
I think Seb might do a little fly around.
Okay. Seb can definitely feel it too. He's, I'm king of the world. Welcome back, Ed. Yeah, how's that, Ed? Does it seem to be have resolved?
Yeah, I reinstalled VC. I think that was, I don't know. I'll just do that every session.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. Is it Sarah who does that? I think Sarah does that.
Oh, VC. All right, so we've got everything. M's not back, but that's okay. We will get fired back up here. So, back to the map, which I think I've got up here. Okay. You, again, have cracked open this door, Ormia, and you don't spot any traps. You just see this mudroom of sorts with a weapon rack empty weapon rack off to the right. Sort of a common place thing to have, one of these rooms for people to store their weapons before they come into the house, and a stairwell that leads up, and a door just across the way.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of just slip in and just slide in. Is it lit at all? Or is it just straight up dark?
It is currently straight up dark.
Okay. All right. I'll just kind of slide in and just wait for everyone to come join me.
Okay.
Just kind of gesture it looks okay. It's dark, but it looks all right.
Felix slides on up.
Okay. You got a built-in torch with your with your weapon there. Now that I think about it, all right. And you guys head in. It's about 10 feet across to the door at the bottom of the stairs. And which order are you going in? Ormia's first, or?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
I can go second, and I can actually offer to scout ahead a bit when we need it.
Okay.
Right, you're sneaky. You're good at that.
I'll take third then.
Okay.
I'll go in first and then let Emil head ahead of me.
All right. I'll say Astrid's probably going to go follow up Felix, then Kaylin, and then Rhinewin, and then M usually sort of keeps guard in the back, I think. Okay. So let me put some PCs down here just so you guys can, move your characters around. Even that's reset the combat tracker. I'm like, where is everybody? That got reset with the reinstall. Okay, so Ormia, you are first. I'll put you here. You're a giant. Emil, you were second. And then
I like kind of slid in like around the corner, just like looking around.
Okay.
I guess probably up here, so we can fit everyone in.
Kaylin, just gonna sort of get everybody out here, and then Rhinewin, and then okay, this should be everybody. Boop. All right, so go ahead and you guys just let me know which direction you're going, what you want to do, and you can move up to your movement speed, per turn, and we'll kind of let everyone do that. So Ormia, you can go first since unless you guys are doing something different.
Emil volunteered to scout forward, so I'm gonna let him go first.
Okay.
Yeah, I can open the door in front of me and try and sneak into that room and do a look and listen.
Okay. The door before you opens up. Go ahead and make a stealth roll if you want to kind of sneak in and see how you...
And Dad, because of all the stories I've heard, I've got my rapier out.
Okay.
So I've got my on guard is up and running.
Okay, neat. All right, very good to know.
But she's also very nervous.
And rightfully so. Okay, Emil, you're really stealthy. You slip in. Again, it's fairly dark in here. Now, Felix, are you showing any light into this next room? Because I don't think Emil has any dark vision, and it's a center room, so it's pretty dark in here.
No, actually, I'll probably switch over to my my short crossbow.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, you get that out. So you're in here, Emil. You can make out roughly some shapes. I mean, you see a door right next to you. You can see that close. Another door heads off to the west. You see the red carpet sort of stretching into the darkness up to the north. And you vaguely make out a bench or some type of furniture across to the eastern part of the room. You see what almost looks like humanoid figures and the door to the north, but they're not moving.
I'm peeking around the door, and I do have dark vision.
Okay.
Okay, well, if I don't hear anything and I feel like I'm alone, then I'm going to light my hooded lantern and hood it, like, mostly so I only have a small beam of light. I can use that to kind of look around, but not cast a lot of light.
Okay. You do just that. You get it lit, and you shine it around from the west side of the room over to the east, and you see those two humanoid figures are indeed statues, stone statues, with a door in between them that the carpet leads to. There's a door to the northeast, door to the east, and it's just an empty desk with a chair in front of it in the southeastern part of the room. And Ormia, you essentially see the same.
All right, so Emil will put up his hand to say, wait a minute. He's going to go clockwise around the room and listen at each door for a minute. And then what I'd actually like to do is quickly search the desk. Assuming I don't hear anything. If I hear something, then
Okay.
we'll go that way.
All right. Make an investigation check with. I guess just we'll do 2 instead of 4. First one. Okay. You listen to the door, the southern 2 doors, the one to the left and one to the east. There, you don't hear a thing. They're thick doors. No sound. You then walk up to the northern 2 doors, and let me take a look at this map here. See what you might hear.
Oh no, he has a separate map.
Yep, you don't really hear too much. You hear the eerie sound of wind blowing through the other rooms. Makes sort of a soda bottle flute sound every so often.
Okay, I'll take just a super quick look into the desk.
Okay.
Just see if there's something valuable there, see if there's written notes, something like that.
You look around, most of it appears to be empty. This room itself, as you shine your hooded lantern around, it looks like it's still in pretty good condition. It's definitely had been being taken care of up till maybe just recently. You see some dust and pollen and stuff that has settled in here due to this recent issue. You don't find much in the desk, but you do come across a very worn dragon chess set.
Okay. I'll leave it there, and I'll wait people to come into this room.
I go in.
Just out of curiosity, how is the chess set up?
It looks like
Is it set up in the middle of a game?
no,
Or is it set up at the beginning?
It's mostly packaged. It's an open package. It was used a lot, but it's not actually set up for a game yet. The pieces are in their places in the
In the box.
crushed velvet packed box.
Okay. Well, there's not a hidden door that way.
Okay, and sorry, Emil, you were what were you doing next?
I guess I'll kind of whisper to the others, which way do we want to go here? Does anybody have any ideas?
Hey guys, sorry.
No problem, man.
No problem. Because I can scout the next room, but Emil is looking for input on which direction we should head.
Everybody make a perception check. Everyone, I'll say the people that are here on VC, y'all can make a...
Hey, double digits, you
What
guys.
do we got here? All right. Perception of 15, 20. Okay, well, 18's a number. So Felix, you hear a sound further
Fuzzy Dan.
in, seemingly coming from...
Dan, you're fuzzy.
Oh, thanks. Still, or did it fix?
It's still fuzzy.
Curse you, second webcam.
There you go.
Yay, okay, thank you. It sounded like it was coming from the northeast, upstairs, maybe a couple rooms over northeast, upstairs. Almost like some footfalls. Very, very quiet, very soft.
I signal to everybody that I hear some movement upstairs.
I guess
Okay.
I better go inside.
Yeah, come on. Okay. I guess Emil or we'll figure out that you're here at kind of northeast. So I'll sneak into the northeast door and explore a little bit further.
Okay.
Where am I?
All right. That door.
I'm looking at the statues.
Oh, okay. There are two statues to I can't think of the name. It's a goddess of the sea, not Dauphine, but starts with an M. Miss something, mist or miss. I can't think of it. But they're matching. They're identical statues of this goddess. Let's see, Emil, as you walk in, you see another large door that seems to exit out behind the keep. It's the same double door, large door system that you saw in the front of the keep. Otherwise, you don't spot anything else. It's a small little mudroom.
Okay, I'll double back and try the east door then.
Okay. This door also opens up for you. It looks like a room of prayer and contemplation. There is a statue of, I guess make a religion check if you would. It looks like a humanoid dragon of some sort. But that's all you get.
So not my god. Okay.
You do see a door in the northeastern section of this room now.
I will
It's
go
the
ahead
roomkeeper.
and try that door.
Okay. This door also is unlocked. As you peek through, you see what appears to be a study of some sort. A lot of books with tattered, bookshelves with a lot of tattered books on them. It seems to be a reading room of sorts. There's a number of chairs and couches and footstools in here, and a door to the east.
I have a question because I just realized something. The stairs that we passed in the entranceway, did they go up or down?
They went up.
For some reason I had in my head they went down. Okay.
Make a perception check, Emil, if you would.
Yeah.
Okay. From the room above you, you hear the creak of some footsteps.
Okay, I'm gonna double back and suggest we go back to those stairs and go up.
Okay. You make your way back through and let everybody know.
Can I just peek in this room right here? Just open the door and peek and see what's in here.
Absolutely. Yep. This door also swings open. Make a perception check in here, if you would. It's a bit of a larger room. When you do a quick scan, you see what appears to be a bar to the right. Not fully stocked at the currently, but there's some partially, mostly empty bottles. And to the left, it appears to be a stage for performances of some sort, like a play stage. And that's essentially what you catch.
Knowing that there used to be a bard that lived here, that makes sense. I'll follow the rest of the party.
Okay. All right, I'm going to zoom out here, my other thing. So if you guys are heading up the stairs, the top half of this map is the second floor. So just move your things up there if you want to wherever you think they'd pour out. Excuse me. And put Astrid in here too. Okay. Gonna zoom up, second floor. You arrive at the top of the stairs and immediately do a U-E. Again, a solitary room here with a door to the northern part. It does open up for you, Emil. And again, you have a hallway that runs off into that northwestern section and a couple of doors to your right. One to the northeast and one directly to the east. The room that you were hearing noises from is further off to, the right and up.
All right, I think I'm gonna go east, but I'm also going to start checking for traps on the doors before I open them.
Okay.
Now that I think there's somebody here.
All right, go ahead and make an investigation check then. Check for traps. You take a look around and see if there's any mechanisms, and you don't find anything. It appears to be trap-free.
Okay, I'll go into that room.
All right, this is clearly a mess hall of sorts. There's a large dining table, a number of seats, and tables where the prepared food goes. You see a lot of plateware on a hutch of sorts in the southwestern part of the room, and a small carpet, standalone carpet in the southern part of the wall, and a door just north of you in that northwest, and then on the very northern wall. This is where you think, with your sense of direction, you heard noises from downstairs.
Yeah. So before I even check out for traps, I'm going to do a listen and see if I hear movement beyond that. And then I'll check for traps, and then I'll figure out what I'm doing next.
Okay. Yep. Go and roll investigation then to see what you hear.
Felix is going to start moving north.
Okay. Emil, you listen and you think. What'd you get in total? 7. So.
It was a 1 though.
Well, that's technically only on attacks, the 1s and 20s. So I'll say that.
Good to know.
Maybe you hear like a, it's not as prominent, anywhere near as prominent as it was before, but you think maybe you heard a squeak in the room. But you can roll another investigation to check for traps if you want to. And Felix, that door is unlocked.
Straight through, barreling through.
Nice. Doom, 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 doom. Awesome. Emil, you don't sense any traps. And Felix, it seems to be a pretty barren room. A couple of plant pots that are just empty. And a door to the north.
I'm sneaking down this hallway.
Okay.
Oops. Not in the wall. Ah.
All right. So, Ormia, you see a longer hallway with a couple doors off to the left and right. And the
I'm
end of
going to
the
roll stealth because I am sneaking. I'm not sneaking that well.
the floorboards are just kind of creaky in here, but you do all right.
Too nervous.
All right, I'll bring it back to Emil then at the top. Unless you have anything you want to do, Em, before we do that.
I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay.
I'll be boring.
I am going to draw my rapier. I'm going to ready the spell Minor Illusion, and I'm going to try and open the door as quietly as possible and look in. If I see somebody or something in there, I'm going to use Minor Illusion to make a noise in the far side of the room as a distraction, but I may still get caught. We'll see.
All right. Yeah, I guess make a stealth roll to see how quietly you can open the door.
Hey Felix, were you quiet when you barged through that room?
Nope.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
You get the door a good 3 inches before that catches on the hinge.
Okay, I'm going to try and throw
the sound
a sound, and I'm thinking it's going to be like a skittering sound to what I think is the far side of the room.
Okay, and you do in fact, you cast your spell immediately, having it prepared and ready. You hear fairly loudly. It would alarm any person not expecting that. And are you looking in the room probably as you've got it? Okay.
Yeah.
You see, oops, where is it? A ghostly image almost, looking off into that far corner where you just cast that spell. Short in stature, humanoid.
Ethereal?
Very much, yep.
Okay. I will try and duck out of the room quickly and go back and report to the others what I've seen.
Okay.
Well, Felix doesn't know this happened, so he's gonna go through this door.
Nice. I'm just gonna put this thing here, just to have. Okay. All right, Felix, you kind of burst through that door. I mean, walk through it, and you're out on a balcony of sorts. There's a door to the east that goes back into the castle, the keep, and a door to the west that does the same.
Can I peek over this ledge over here to see if there's a window into this room?
Sure. You look around, and there are 2 windows, but they're the narrow slits, almost like for arrows, in true keep fashion. They're very narrow windows, about a foot wide at their widest, and about 4
if
feet
I look
out.
down, how far does the drop look?
It's about a 15-foot
20 feet,
drop.
30.
Nothing too severe.
All right. I think I'll go for it. I'm gonna try to climb on the side of the keep and see if I can aim in with my short crossbow.
All right. Make what would that be? Athletics or yeah, I think make an athletics check to try and lean out far enough to look inside.
I'd like to do this pretty sneakily too.
All right, roll stealth first, then we'll see how quiet you are.
Sounds good.
So quiet.
Even without the armor, when you put your short bow back on, over your back, it's just striking part of your other weapon, clang, clang, every time you try and reach out. Go ahead and do your athletics, and we'll see. Okay, yeah. But despite that, you're able to peer around and look through the window. As you look in, standing directly inside of the window is a ghostly figure of a gnome looking directly at you. Help! Please!
I'm freaked out. I'm gonna jump back over to the ledge if I can.
Okay, yep.
Are you so freaked out you fall over and fall down?
Ooh. Make a wisdom saving throw to see how freaked out you are.
I like it.
While all this is going on, I'm looking inside this door right here. Just for once this is all resolved, I'm just in here.
Okay.
And while that's happening, I walk back and I'm like, "Where's Ormia? Where's the key? What's going on? Where's everybody? Where'd everybody go?"
And
Nice.
he went into this other room, and he wasn't very quiet about it.
Ormia, that particular door is locked. And yeah, Felix, I'll say you drop down.
Yes.
You just weren't expecting this ghostly figure, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Can I try the key in the door?
Yeah, go ahead.
I do that.
The door opens.
I was not expecting that. Okay. I'll glance in. I think the timing of this would be before Felix falls down.
Okay.
While he's going through.
This is definitely a mage's study or wizard study of some sort. You've known enough wizards in your time where you can see disheveled notes everywhere, half-written scrolls, books, some alchemical components, a few here and there, a lot of scribbles on the floor, worn-out runes where magic has been cast repeatedly. Nothing active now, but clearly a wizard's study.
I'm actually gonna call. I'll call Kaylin over. Just be like, "Hey, come here. I think you'd be interested in this."
Oh, okay. What is it?
And just look, it's this interesting study here. We'll just come in, walk in.
Yes. She walks
slip
into you.
It's just
Wow. Starts looking at the bookcase.
I'm gonna go through the door and the room that Felix went through because it's been a minute.
Okay.
And getting a little worried.
Yeah, go ahead.
See what he's up to.
You walk through, the room's empty.
I think Astrid would go with you.
Probably, yeah. This second door just above you, is open, and you see a balcony out there, and you don't see Felix.
I'm gonna poke my head through and kind of quietly get on the balcony.
Okay. You look over and you see prone on the ground about 15 feet down, Felix.
Ow.
I'm like, what the heck? Like, are you okay? Kind of call out and see if he can hear me. Is he conscious or no?
Mm-hmm. He's a groaning.
You want to roll damage for that full damage?
Yeah, you know what? Roll just a d4. 1d4 would be fine, I think, because that's not really... Okay, 1 point of damage.
Lost your breath there.
Yeah, right.
Got the wind knocked out of you.
For those in chat,
Weird
it's not-
ghosty thing in that room. Ugh.
Okay. How far down is he? You said 20?
About 15 feet.
15?
Mm.
I have rope. And
Okay.
I was thinking that I could toss some rope out because my rope is 50 feet.
Okay. Yep, you lower down some rope to him.
Do you think you might be able to climb up?
In my head, the rope just like hits me in the face. That's just my luck for today. And yeah, I just kind of yank on it to make sure it's sturdy and start
And Emil was doing something too? Sorry, I... Oh, hang on, let me get OBS. Was Emil doing something, Warren?
Oh, I had a message for the chat that Emil is not a thief, but no, This is kind of problematic because most of the group is in the hallway, but half the group is not.
Mm-hmm.
So I know there's a ghost around, and I'd like to consult with the group, but
Right.
we seem to have wandered off in all different directions.
Just
so-
Rhinewind sort of like...
Well,
shrugs
I
his
guess
shoulders to you.
I mean, I guess with Rhinewind there, she's a cleric. I would see. Like, do you know anything about ghosts? Because there's a ghost in that room.
Oh, a ghost? Oh, I have never met one, but...
Well, maybe we should meet it and find out whether it has some geas or quest, or I don't know.
Okay, let's
go.
All right.
Are they
Sure.
the same ghost or are they two different ghosts that they're both seeing?
We don't know. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so she's rather just going to follow you, Emil, to wherever you lead her. Go ahead, Felix, if you want. You're back up on the balcony. You've successfully, with her help. I'm not going to make you roll anything for that.
All right.
I'm going in the room with Rhinewind
Okay.
and anybody else who wants to follow, who's aware that we're there.
Yeah, Ormia and Kaylin, I guess. What are you doing, Ormia?
My turn? Yes, it's my turn.
Oh.
If nothing catches my attention, in a second, honey. Since nothing catches my attention, I'm gonna kind of walk out and just go see. I'm gonna tell Kaylin where I'm going. Just like, I'm just gonna head back to everyone else. Just FYI.
Oh, okay.
And just kind of come out. Where did everybody go?
She, not wanting to trigger any traps on her own, follows suit. I think she can go that far. Yeah, you hear sort of a couple footsteps walking to your east somewhere, Ormia.
Okay. Then I will have to come in here.
I think Astrid will, after hearing Felix say that, maybe sort of open this door at the same time, roughly the same time. Okay, and move yourself, Felix, wherever you want to go. And actually, I'll have, since Astrid's not here, I'll just back her out for now. You guys can go ahead and move where you want, Em and Felix.
Sure. I'll probably be kicking open the door in just a moment here.
Okay. Yep, that door is ajar, or not ajar, it's unlocked, so you're able to open that. And again, you guys see this gnomish ghost, red hair with a big white streak through it. Seems to be filled with a sense of dread, and is just looking for, pleading with his eyes. Are you here to help me? I don't want it to come back, but
This isn't Scarlet, right?
no.
That would have been cool.
Scarlet's a halfling.
Surprise! This is the real Scarlet.
Plot twist.
Who have you been talking to?
Can I love saying things like this. Can I insight check the ghost?
Sure.
see if it's like, if it's freaking out like as like a distraction to us, or if it's like genuinely terrified.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Oh, my insight is not great. Oh, I'm weakening tonight.
Neat. Yeah, it looks terrified, this gnome, and is trying, is like, it's gonna find us if we're too loud. You have to help me out of here, please. I'm trapped. Please. Have you seen it yet? Has it gotten you? Has it attacked you?
Seen what?
What are you talking about?
The thing, it's like a big ball of evil, and it gets people. There's people that have been here before, and it touches them and drains the life out of them, and it's keeping me here. There's wards, and I can't touch them. I can't remove the wards, and I need help. I need someone to take these wards down so I can get out of this keep.
Where are the wards?
I can show you. I know this place inside and out. But we've got to be quick, and we've got to be quiet.
I'm gonna ask the ghost, who are you?
My name's Nam Foodle. I spent a good part of my life here in this keep. It was home.
What was the name?
Nam Foodle, Namfoodle. Gnome names. So. You can call me Nam. I passed away here. I was at peace, and then I was brought back by this thing, and I mean,
Do you know Scarlet?
Oh, Scarlet, he's a dear friend. Yes.
Okay, she sent us here.
Oh, she's well. Oh, good. So kind.
She's yeah. Okay, so we're here to clear out this evil thing. So you say it's a black ball of evil? You can't give us any more description than that?
No, it's like this black misty cloud, but it takes humanoid shape sometimes. Everyone in the room, make a perception check if you would.
Oh.
All right. Ooh.
Nice.
I got a high number!
Nice.
Whoa, nice. All right, what am I gonna use? All right. So Emil and Ormia, you don't have to do anything. You guys are going to notice something, but Felix and M, if you two can make a dexterity saving throw.
Not my forte. Excellent.
Emil's gonna be afraid of ghosts, or
nice.
Felix is gonna be afraid of ghosts after this.
Oh,
Traumatized.
okay. So, oh right, I can't do it that way. That's fine. The two of you, I think it was what, Emil and Ormia. You two feel the temperature drop like a good 25, 30 degrees. It gets cold in this room. Like Sixth Sense, you start seeing your breath a little bit.
Is this a story? Is this a thing I would have heard about in stories before? Just
No, I mean, it's sort of a general, so far, maybe like the temperature dropping. And M and Felix, you two don't really notice that immediately. Not until you actually see pass through the door to the east. Actually, I guess it would be more like,
Holy cow.
up through the floor from below. Someone's having fun.
of course we're in this teeny tiny little room.
Yeah. I keep trying to make it face. Okay, here we go.
You probably shouldn't let your players spin your...
I know, right? I should probably just lock it. Up through the floor, just in front of you two, this mass of black smoke with sort of tooth-like structures in the front, and this long, wispy black smoke that's almost coming out of a mouth, an orifice of some sort. The hands drag up through the floor and go to scrape up the front of your bodies. M, you leap out of the way. I'm actually just gonna and into Rhinewind. You're like, no. Felix, you go to leap to the left, but you strike the wall. You're sort of not locked into a kitty corner there. And as it brushes up through you, you just feel this, a bunch of your life force, you just feel it drained as it pouring into this other creature.
My vision gets all blurry.
It does, yes. Whoa.
Dan, aka you're blurry, Dan.
Oh, sorry. Thanks. Careful, Felix. No.
We should just role play that every single time we
Yeah.
get blurry.
I'm
You're so
feeling
blurry.
All right, come on, other camera. While I'm doing this, Felix, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, if you would.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Don't weaken it.
Oh.
Okay, you feel thoughts start to invade your mind, but you force them out with your willpower and write yourself into like a combat stance. The ghost of Namfodal says, you can't hurt it. We need to run. And he starts running through this door to the west, out to the balcony, past Astrid.
What do you mean we can't hurt it?
Firebolt! Are we in initiative, Dan? Or can I just, like, get out of there?
We'll do a round of just trying to, if you're fleeing, you can try and flee, but we'll just say, go ahead and do a round if you like first.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into the balcony, grab Astrid, and say, running time!
And she runs with you.
Do I get hurt when I run into Rhinewind?
No.
Do we collide into the wall or anything like that? Like, or is
You
it
bonk
just...
a little bit, but there's no actual lasting damage from it or anything. Turns towards you. Rhinewind is like, I'm gonna listen to the gnome, and starts running out of the door to the south here.
Running.
She bumps into Kaylin. Other way, other way, other way.
Since everyone's going out that door and it's kind of clogged, I'm gonna go out this door.
Okay. You head into that room to the east. And M, which way do you want to go? Okay. And you can move up to your whatever your movement speed is there too, if you want, or you can dash for that matter if you really want to run pretty far. All right, then.
Wait, Ormia, you went all the way. Okay.
Everyone was running out that door, so it was all blocked. So I was like, "What's another quick exit?" And that was that one right there.
We know nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing bad ever happened splitting the party. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm going to say Astra ducks into this other room. She's got a crap ton of speed, so she can probably make it all the way out to this hallway. She'd probably hear people. Let me just have her do a quick perception check to see if she hears where everyone else is. Oh yeah, alright, so she's heading back down. She's just behind Kaylin at this point. Alright, Felix, you can do your full movement speed if you want, so you've got a few more spaces to go if you'd like.
Sure, I'll just be on Astrid's tail, so probably end up like by the doorish, maybe? Or on the rug?
I mean, you were 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. Yeah, you'd be on that red carpet if you're just using regular movement, but if you want to dash, you can go further.
Yeah, I'll dash.
Okay. She has a crap ton of speed, so she's back down here. Rhinewind's rounding the corner to go down the stairs.
I'm running in and going, "Oh crap."
Nice. Okay. So was I? Oof. Yeah, Ormia, everyone else is sort of backtracking. You run in, dart through this other door and find yourself in a bedroom with no windows. There's windows, but they're all about a foot wide. If that, and sort of pinched off like the arrow slits in a keep. A couple of beds and just the one doorway that you ran in from. And that's where we currently are with that.
Is it dark?
Yes.
I'm gonna try to hide. Probably won't do anything against this shadow smoke demon thing, whatever, but I'm gonna try to hide.
Alright, yeah, make a stealth check.
I don't hide very well.
Oh gosh, okay. So I think, so the gnome is going to take this time and say, over to the wizard's study, the first ward, it's in there, the first rune. It's that way, and he points back over to where Kaylin at least knows. This way.
Do I hear him since I'm kind of in the other room a little bit?
You do. Yep.
Okay.
And this is going to be sort of the second thing. So at the top of this, let me close all these extra windows I have.
I would have been hiding like in this corner, like behind the door.
Okay.
So like,
from in between the two
out.
beds. Yeah, you can make out in the darkness this again misty figure rise, or this time it passes through the wall and then turns toward you. Actually, you should probably do a proper check just in case. Yeah, it turns towards you. Floats over and just reaches its hand through your chest. And you feel that same life
it's
force.
coming towards me. I'm running.
Felix, if you'd roll a d6, I forgot to have you do that. And Ormia, if you would roll a d6, please.
I don't get a save or anything?
No, you'll have a chance for saving. That's not bad.
Okay, D6.
Okay. You feel a little bit of your life energy pulled out. Oh, I've got to fix your HP, because that's not right. Let's see. Now, Ormia, if you would make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom?
Mm.
Not dexterity?
That's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Snap! You
Oh
feel
my god.
a little faint, and you feel, again, images trying to be pushed into your mind. But you fight it off, again, just as Felix did, with a sheer force of will. No! And then you can go ahead and book it out the door if you want.
I'm actually, let's see, is this for, misses. Okay. I'm gonna use no. So was that D6 the damage that it dealt to me?
Yes.
Okay. No, you know what? I'm gonna save that. Yeah, I'm gonna save that. Okay. All right. Yeah. So can I make an attack at it and then run?
Sure.
Because she would just force me through that. She would just stab at it and then get the heck out of dodge.
Okay. Just roll a straight up attack, because it's not in the
rapier. Oh.
Nice. You thrust at it, and the mist just sort of peels back from where you were about to strike. And as you pull the sword back, it reforms where it was.
And I run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm sure it'll get an attack on me, and I will take it.
You run, and it doesn't seem to try and deal any more damage as you book it. Now, during that same turn, Kaylin, points to M and Felix around the hallway. First left. And I'll let you go first, Felix, since you're sort of.
Oh yeah. I'll kind of do a Flintstones backpedal and turn around and
nice.
get into the room.
And Em, I'll let you go next since you're sort of next in line. Okay. Kaylin bolts in. The ghost of Namfoodle's already in there. Poof. And I'll leave the players that aren't here. I'm just going to say they're sort of following. Here, behind this bookcase. We have to move this bookcase.
What?
And he's pointing to the bookcase right next to... Yeah, right in front of Emil now.
Yep, let's try and pick it up or shove it or move it or something.
Okay, go ahead and just make a strength check to try and get this thing out of the way. Nice. Well, it's a bookcase, so you go to chuck it, and it's a little heavier. You got to get sort of behind it on the side and push with your back against the wall, and slowly pushes across the wooden floor before flopping down forward as everyone's kind of stands back. It just goes through the ghost of Namfoodle. Here, and on the wall, there's a rune, a ward. You have to do some sort of physical damage and interrupt part of it, cut it, slice it, blast it, whatever. There's 4 of these. We have to get rid of these.
Felix will just go up and use the lighting stick, I guess, on the mark.
Quickly and quietly as you can.
Oh.
Buzzy,
but quickly
buzzy bear.
too, please.
That's a roll to hit, Dan, or?
Yeah, just do an attack. Yeah, I mean it's really hard to miss the wall, so yeah, even that hits the wall. So go ahead and roll damage.
It's really hard to miss.
Buzzy, head to hair.
Nice. Okay, you strike it just right with a sharp point, and it splits the ward diagonally, and you see a little bit of pulsing energy that it had, and it's just a paint on a wall now instead of a ward. Oh good. All right. There's 3 more. There's 1 more up here, but it's actually in the hallway up in the very northwestern, in a bedroom. Out this door, up, turn left in the hallway, last door on the right.
Let's get Dan's camera fixed before we go to the next room.
This thing is driving me nuts tonight. Thank you for letting me know, though. All right, how's that? Yep, back? Okay, I think. So
should we split up? Time seems to be critical here, or should we all go together?
Not split up.
Okay. Oh boy.
Through the southeastern wall, I guess, and I'm not gonna have Kaylin do it because she's not here, so it'd be sort of weird. So make a dexterity saving throw as you.
Try not to die.
Yeah, this time accompanying this creature as it goes through the wall, it now has a screech as it comes through the wall.
It's not a pleasant sound.
Yeah, you're able to leap as you hear the sound instinctively back a good 5 feet. Kaylin's already like, whoop, 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 she's out of here. And this will be the top of this round. So if you all want to do your movements and actions, go right ahead.
Where the heck is everybody?
You hear this screech from the west, and you see Astrid and Rhinewin are sort of... you hear people running around the corner. Yeah, Emil, you're right outside of the door that Ghost Nam spoke of.
Okay.
Okay, I
All
think
right.
that's my speed. I can probably just get into the room.
Yeah. Ghost Nam is in here. Here, under the carpet. He's trying to kick it, but it's just his ghostly foot keeps kicking through it.
I think Emil's going to try and tablecloth it and do the big wave of it to try and,
Nice.
The flowers are still standing.
A substantial amount of dust and pollen kind of kicks up in the air, but you successfully just rip it back, and you see a second ward, much like the first, with slightly different symbols within it, having a faint glow. Everyone else, if you want to move wherever you'd like to, as far as you'd like to move. I mean, you guys have your full movement.
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15, you can all
I'm gonna
easily...
stand by the doorway and be like, hey, come on, let's get going. Make sure everybody gets through this doorway. And I'd be like, where's Ormia?
Yeah.
Because you're all the way over there.
You can do your movement if you want, Ormia. You kind of hear the hustle and bustle up in this hallway.
Right, okay, I'll come around here. Just be like, ah!
You probably, if you want to anyway, have enough movement to move past Rhinewin and Astrid and end up in the square just past them.
Right, I'm just gonna be like, what the heck is going on? Just like, black shadow demon ghost thingy, what's going on? What?
Rhinewin sort of reluctantly answers, we have to remove wards or something like that. It's keeping this thing tethered or keeping this ghost guy bound. I don't know. I'm sort of following everyone's lead. I mean, Astrid's just sort of like, that, yeah, what she said.
Okay.
All right, so Emil, go ahead and make again an attack. I mean, as long as you don't get a 1, you're gonna hit it. Ooh, nice. All right, go ahead and roll damage. Oh, jeez. Okay. With your rapier, you just do a couple slashes and just slice right through the floor. The wooden planks here just splinter up, and the room powers down. The ghostly gnome, downstairs, stairwell in the southwest with the tree. That's probably the fastest way to get down there. We've got to hurry. And at the top of this particular round,
He keeps changing locations.
Let's see. Up through the floor, from the floor below this time. Again, you hear the screech. So Emil, M, and Felix, if all three of you would make a dexterity saving throw as you hear the screech and see this creature rise through the floor. Oh, jeez, Emil, nice. And M.
Yeah.
Woo!
And Felix. You guys all bounce. Doom, 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 doom. M, you bounce back this way, 5 feet. Felix that way, and Emil back into the room. Where are you? Here. You know what? I'll let you choose which direction. You can either go next to M or next to Felix with your save. Or back into the room, yeah, if you prefer.
I think actually because of where the door is, I think back in the room probably makes the most sense. Not where I want to be, but it makes the most sense.
Okay. You leap back. So everyone else, you guys can make your move. M, the door to the south is where the gnome guy was talking about. Felix, you heard him say downstairs, so you know that there's a stairwell, you know, that you came up. So go ahead and make your moves, guys.
Would we
M,
have
go.
heard that
We'll meet up with you.
Would we
Okay.
have heard that around the corner?
No, because he's in the room up there. But I mean, if Felix is probably going to bark orders with everyone standing in the hallway.
What's going on?
Just run! And
Where?
follow me!
Nice.
And we can actually probably all make it downstairs.
If you're dashing, you all can definitely make it down the stairs.
Okay.
You step into a spiral staircase with the trunk of this massive tree that just has grown in the center of this stairwell. Interestingly, as you look up, you see at the top of this circular spire on the keep, where there would ordinarily be a ceiling, there's nothing. It's clear. You can see the evening sky, I guess it would be, at this point. And the rain that's been trickling down seems to be hitting an invisible barrier. Tink, 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 on top of, over the top of the tree. Just to visualize what you're doing. But you're running downstairs. So I'm going to move the other two peeps downstairs with Felix and the like. Oops. As we start this round, all right, Emil. So Emil, are you sort of ducking around the thing? Or I'm gonna say if you're sort of running past it, because it's in the doorway, you're probably gonna come into contact with at least a little bit of its essence. So if you wouldn't mind making a wisdom saving throw, just as you dash through. Okay. You feel just momentarily it trying to force itself into your mind. but you just push it off and you hustle down the hallway, following M. All right.
Dan, I think I would have grabbed Kaylin, by the way.
Okay. Oh, yeah. She's definitely down there, yeah. Let me move the rest of you down
Oh, I
here.
forgot to dash. I get a little bit more movement.
I'm
Dash.
going to move you onto the lower. I'm just moving Emil and Racina down to the next level. So you're at the bottom of the map in that spiral staircase now. Okay. And Ghosty Nam says, all right, where's this one? Oh, to the east, there's a statue of the avatar of Bahamut, and underneath that, you have to smash the statue, and underneath the base, that's where the third brand is. Please, the third rune ward, please. You all hear him over your back, but behind you, talking to you. But for anyone that glances, you don't actually see him yet.
We have to smash a statue of Bahamut? That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I'm gonna start to get a bit suspicious because we seem to be moving all over the place. Quite a bit. It's like, go here, and then here, and it's making me nervous.
Well, I'm gonna move up.
Okay. You see the ghost of Nam. Over here. Here's the statue. Oh, thank you so much. You don't even know how long I've been trapped here.
I'm gonna go in, and
Okay.
he said we heard him say we had to smash a statue of Bahamut, right?
Yeah.
I know that's a good god. It's like,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna kind of stop and be like, hang on. Explain. We can't hurt this thing. It's trying to kill us. Do something. I don't know. It tried to get in my head. Why are we smashing a statue of a good god? That seems like inviting very evil things. Explain.
Well, I mean, I don't.
Explain.
That's where
Why
we
does
put.
it want you here?
This is where we put the ward. I mean, I
What
don't want to
ward?
smash the statue either. Well, we had these wards to keep out bad things.
Then how did it get in?
I don't know. I was just pulled back from the place that I was, and it was here, and I was stuck here, and it's tormented me.
I'm gonna insight check him.
Okay.
I insight
nice.
so hard.
Okay.
Do I get a whisper?
Yeah, let me find Facebook. I'll tell you which one.
Text whisper. Woo!
Right? All right, here we go. I'm going to word it a different way here. Okay. There we go. Facebook didn't want to send it. I went ahead and sent it through Facebook.
Okay.
Has everyone done their movement while you're doing this? And Emil, it's about 20 feet to go down the spiral staircase. Oh, go ahead.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Bum, bum, bum. All right, Em, did you do all your movement? That's where you end up?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
If somebody in the chat is being a...
Oh, hang on. Let me hop in here.
being a butt munch.
Gotcha. I can't. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. You should be able to do, if you guys want anyway, /ban. If anyone's being a complete tool bag and clearly need to be banned, just go ahead and /ban them. Anyone that's a mod.
Okay.
I like to do warnings if they're like borderline, like maybe they just don't get the way the chat's set up. But if they're just coming in spamming ridiculousness, okay. Let me find where my tokens at. All right, we'll see what she's doing. We have all right. So while that's going on out there,
God, why?
whee! Em, go ahead and make a Dex saving throw as this appears behind you.
I think, given the fact that I was right behind him, I should too.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Emil, as well. Ooh, exciting.
Yeah.
All right, Em and Emil make first roll a d6, each of you, if you would. Ooh.
It's not my night.
Okay.
Oh.
And then if you'd each roll, you feel that life energy being drawn out of you. Go ahead and each roll a wisdom saving throw, if you would. Let me see what Ormia is. So it's supposed to be 20. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Finally, somebody failed their wisdom saving throw. Okay. Let me pull up my notes here. So, you did, right, Emil? Okay, good. Well, I mean, yeah.
Dan's probably really excited now because we debated him for.
I heard that good. I heard it.
Yeah. I can't take it back. You are drawn into all these images are forced into your mind from these creatures. It makes this the last thing that you sort of consciously see in this moment is this creature with its arm through your chest, screeching with that orifice thing. And all these thoughts are flooded into your mind. And you actually, you're almost in the body of what you recognize. Somehow you already know that this is the body of Namfoodle, the ghost that's been asking for your help and leading you around. You see this adventuring party. You have warm feelings of close bonds, adventures. You see some personal strife with the loss of his twin brother, your twin brother, because you're in his shoes right now. Taking on a warlock's pack and rejecting it, and having taking a lot of physical damage from this complex contract with your father, and all these thoughts sort of flood through your mind, and then finally filled with years and years of hobbling around, but happy in this keep, taking care of rooms, memories with actually a warforged that you've met once before, a brewer, here in this very keep. And then memories of drifting off from this life, comfortable, in bed, surrounded by the loved ones that remained, and drifting off into an eternal slumber. and then you're drawn back. The screech takes back over, and you see the creature before you once again. Back to consciousness. Oops. There we go.
I think Emil will scream.
Okay. You hear yourself screaming as you come back to consciousness, almost matching pitch with the creature before recognizing that's also you screaming.
I'm gonna try to make a stab at it with one of my daggers.
Okay.
Has it come back around to me yet?
Probably as soon as M makes just make a generic attack, M, if you would.
Oh, there's the tab.
Pew pew.
I guess I'll figure out if this is right.
Yep, you swing at it with your dagger, and it just through the smoke reforms. Ormia, now it's back to you. This is while
Okay.
in the other room.
Okay. I'm gonna. If I try to grab him, he'll go just straight through him, won't it? Ghosts! Okay, I'm just gonna kind of just get in, be like, just get like right in his face, rapier out, and just like ready to stab. I don't know, because.
Sure.
and I'm gonna die.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
I failed. And I'm just gonna kind of just get right up in his face and just like, with that same like anger and rage that I've had ever since I've gotten the compass, just like tell you, I will give you 5 seconds to tell the truth before I send you to the next world.
That is the truth.
It's not the whole truth.
Look, I don't have. It's more complicated, but I just don't have time to explain the whole thing. It's gonna get us.
It's already getting us. Haven't you heard the screams? Explain. Talk fast. If you want us to help you, you don't want me to go back to Scarlet and tell her what's been going on, do you?
I will tell you while we break these runes. We just can't waste the time. I'll talk. You destroy. If you don't want to break the statue, that's fine. If you can push it over or something, get it out of the way. But if you can work, I will talk.
Okay, start. So you start talking, and then I'll push the statue.
Okay. Well,
because I don't think I have an action left to push the statue, anyways.
Well, okay. It's more complicated. I was gone, and then I was drawn back, but I do remember a little more than I said I remember. And as he starts talking, it's going to flip to the next sort of round. Now, Emil, you feel more thoughts being pushed towards you. So you can choose to just experience those with possibly taking more damage from this thing being in contact with you, or you can break free and try just by default and try and move if you want.
Okay, I'm pretty confused at this point, but I'll take the thoughts and the damage, and we'll see if I can make sense of what's going on.
Okay, roll a d6 if you would. Okay. All right. It's so nice that everyone has like, a healthy pool of HP now. Okay. Another set of images and experiences are pushed through to your mind, and this consciousness, this reality sort of disappears again for you, Emil. And you find yourself in a very bleak landscape. Dry earth beneath you, no life. A green miasma sort of hovers and moves along the ground in all directions. You see, sort of in the distance, a good 80, 100 feet, a river that is too wide to see the other side of, and you just get the feeling that this river contains death. You immediately picture like the river Styx as you look at it. You recognize yourself as being in Namfoodle's body, in his person again. You feel yourself walk over toward the river's edge. And you have the sense that this is a realm between life and death during the transition. And as you, as Namfoodle, stand near the river's edge, a good 80, 100 feet out or so, you see something breach the top of the water, the top of a bleach white skull. And it gets larger and larger as it walks closer and closer to the shore, revealing a full skeleton. And as the skeleton reaches the shore, you as Namfoodle recognize it as a lich. Very evil, very powerful. It's holding a chain over its shoulder that trails off to the river behind it. It gives a powerful jerk on the chain, which promptly flies out of the river with the tortured form of a human attached to the other end. A human writhing in this pain, in a perpetual state of dying, as Namfoodle experiences it. Namfoodle sort of, you back up in a bit of terror in this realm that's just full of death and fright. And the Lich draws another chain and whips it around Namfoodle, who's sort of paralyzed already in fear at the power of this and the sight of this tortured human. And you once again hear the screech of this creature as it pulls back again, and you rouse to, the reality around you. And I think that's where we're going to have to end it today, because it's after 1. Dun, 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 dun.
It's a good cliffhanger.
Oh, what's going on? Well, thanks, guys. It's fun so far. I'm extra eager for you guys to kind of go through, the next session and sort of, work the rest of the deets out.
Oh boy.
Should probably bring up chat here. Let's see. Boop. All right. Janet. Nice, Nevik Knight. Yeah, thanks, players, again, for making it. I know it's the holidays and everything, so I extra appreciate y'all, coming and making it. Brightens up my week a lot, so thank you personally. And viewers, thank you so much, Nevik. That's awesome. Thank you so much for being here this week as well. And I really hope you all have, a wonderful Christmas for everyone that celebrates, and whichever holidays you celebrate this time of year, Hanukkah and all that. I hope that you all have just an amazing time and that you're able to share it with loved ones and all the good stuff. So, and gosh, next time, when we come back next Friday, it'll almost be 2018. A few days away. Ooh, exciting. Yeah, yeah, thanks again. I hope you guys all have a great night. You can catch us here I'm just going to put this into every Friday night from 10 p.m. till 1 a.m. Eastern time. We stream Stormfall here. I'm going to put in chat our YouTube page because we upload all our episodes from here, put them on YouTube, so you can catch them all there in case you have to miss anything. But I hope you all have a great night. Thank you so much. It was a blast, players in chat. You guys are all great. Thank you. And guess we'll catch you next week. Have a great night, everybody.
Right.
Bye.